I was interested in discussing really any example of your work that you would like to discuss. So I wrote down hibiki, but you've done so much work for Lacoste, and I was just thinking actually that they have such a strong connection with sport, as you were talking just now. So I don't know, as you prefer. You've just been in Japan with hibiki, so I guess it's
because we are cooking something.
It's front of mind.
No, so I mean, we can discuss both. So I think Lacoste is a very fascinating and interesting brand, and we have been working for Lacoste for so many years. And you mentioned that Lacoste is strongly correlated to sport, and I think that it's a good example to see how you can connect both the timelessness and the timeliness of the brand when you pick a very strong element from the DNA that can resonate with society. And Lacoste comes from sport because René Lacoste is the one who invented polo shirt to free his movement on the tennis court. And not Ralph Lauren. And I know that in the US, most of the people believe that Ralph Lauren invented polo shirt, whereas actually René Lacoste invented polo shirt in 1933. And it's really interesting because at that time, gentlemen played on the courts with shirts and of course long sleeve shirts. So it was very not practical, to play. So he had the idea to cut the sleeves and to free his movement. So it's interesting because the origin of the brand, the foundation of the brand is how to play sport in a more easy and seamless way. So it's really true to the brand DNA. But at the same time, our obsession as an agency working with the client was to shine a light on sport that make it relevant in today's world. And I think that in sports, there are a lot of interesting values. It's about tenacity. It's about, dare to do something. You can fail, but you start again. So there are a lot of positive and interesting values associated with sport. So when you find something like that, which is true to the brand, which can unpack stories about the technique and the fabric, the reality of the product you sell, and at the same time connect with emotional stories and very good brand ambassadors with Djokovic, for instance, I think it's a magical recipe because you intertwine all the elements, both rational, emotional, past, present, projection into the future. I think it's kind of magic.
I mean, with your campaign that involved the crocodile, I love that. Do you see the return on that campaign? Yes. I mean, was it highly successful?
Yes, highly successful. Yeah, I mean,
I would imagine because it's cool.
Everyone loves the crocodile for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
For the symbolic associated with, for the design in itself, and so on. Yes, the results are very impressive, and actually Lacoste is overperforming his category. So yes, I think very, very good results. And I mean, we have been playing with the crocodile for many years. We have been playing for instance, a couple of years ago, we replaced the crocodile by all the endangered species in the world to make people realize that fashion comes with a price, but at the same time that you can act to change things. So it was one of the first time we played with the logo. We just changed the logo to celebrate Djokovic, and which is named the goat with a goat. So you can play that, and I think people love when you play. Because it's still true to the brand, but it's playful. So it's, really the art of twisting things to make a step aside, and people appreciate that because I think that they love playfulness. And we also use the crocodile as a universal symbol, which transcends generations, countries, and so on. And I think that in a world where polarization is more and more important, in a world where we have tendency to close borders and so on, finding a true universal symbol and expressing what is important, why diversity is important without saying it, was very spot on, and that a lot of people were able to identify themselves to that.
Well, and humor as well, which you've used, in the Lacoste campaigns. I'm thinking of the woman and the man who exit
Yes.
the beach cabins at the same time,
Yes.
wearing the same
Yes,
shirt,
yes.
and it's funny and
Yeah.
it's light,
Yeah.
but it's
And at the same time, it conveys a message, which is, we can be totally different and still have something in common.
Yes. Thank you for listening to Compelling, a podcast exploring the dynamic intersection of art, culture, and luxury. You can find out more or get in touch at thecompellingpodcast.com.